So this is a game called Peglin. This came out a while ago. If you remember, I streamed Nubby's Number Factory on the 1-year anniversary of that game, and this is yet another pachinko roguelike. Except this one's more of kind of like an RPG-ish one, almost. You'll see once I get into it. I've played a bit of this game, but I haven't unlocked everything yet. You can see I have, I only have 2 of the 4 characters unlocked, and I've only beat a single run with each character, plus then 1 extra run with this one. Give me the goblin. So, I'm gonna do a normal run, but my ultimate goal was to just unlock all the characters, but I don't know how to do the proper builds to do that. So we'll do Crucible, but I don't know if I should or not. Search one won't... Okay, you know what? That's not too bad. We can manage this. So you start with 1 perk, and you're allowed to take another perk from the beginning. Activated... Okay, every 4 question mark nodes will be a chest. The chance for rare relics to appear in chests increased by 50%. Heal 15% of your max health for every 100 coins collected. We'll take the rare chest. Okay, we're gonna be fighting Slime Man. Also, I'm gonna turn on the speed up very quickly. So, let me... This is another ghost mode game here. Where is it? I guess there really isn't anything over there. Huh. So, way it works, you use the control stick or control stick to move, and then control pad for fine-tuning, and you try to rack up damage on enemies. You could target them with L and R. Most balls that you get here only hit the enemy in front, but some do pierce or aim for specific targets. So, shoot that. As you can see, it's kind of slow. There is a speed up button with minus. The choices are like 1.5 times, 2, or 3. And you'll see that I'll probably very quickly go to 3 because it's not that quick of a game otherwise. So normal pegs add up to whatever the gray number is under the pebble on the left right there. So each peg's going to do 2 damage. If I hit a yellow exclamation point peg, then it turns into a critical attack, and every peg I hit from that point will do 3 damage instead. Bombs do a flat 50 to all enemies. When they're broken, they take 2 hits. And the R pegs refill the board. So there we go. That's going to be 50 damage to both of them. Now we're critting. The pegs with the coins in it give you coins. Yeah, wow, this game is so slow on 1X. And it's going to be rough because of the Joy-Con drift. And there's the so there's a... Yeah, forgot about that. So it's not just this one type of ball. Probably going to head to bed soon. Hope you all had a wonderful day. Thank you so much, Flaming Cow Juice. And I hope you figure out what you want to do regarding the volunteer work. So there's different types of balls, too. Like, this is the Dag Orb. It only does 1 damage per peg hit, but if I hit a critical peg, then that damage goes up to 7 per peg hit. So now I'm doing 7 times the damage every peg. Every time you launch a ball, the enemies take 1 step closer, and when you reload, the enemies will also take a step closer. When you win a battle, you get to choose... Normally it's only 3 balls, but the basic goblins ability lets you be able to take a 4th. So you could choose any of these. All or nothing. Weak regular damage cannot be modified. Massive crit damage, so it's essentially a more dangerous Dag Orb. Effects that apply plus X plus Y instead of apply plus 0 plus 3X plus Y. Which essentially means crit goes up or more. Cauldron Bauble applies 1 Spinfection on enemies. Spinfection number, lose 10 times that number's HP. So essentially, you could bolster your things with either better hits, defensive, like this one where you gain 2 defense for every 12 pegs you hit in a shot. It's big, meaning that it's going to be bigger inside the actual like play area. You could also upgrade a current orb up to level 3, which just upgrades both of its attack and damage. Some of the orbs actually do get an additional effect if you upgrade them, but we'll see that as we go along here. I'm gonna take the Cauldron Bubble, and you can see what the next level of it is. Also, every time you buy something, the price of everything else, the price of the other stuff goes up. So if you buy an orb, the orbs go up by 5. If you upgrade an orb, the upgrade option becomes 10. You can only heal once per every battle. But you kind of don't make enough money to be doing that a ton here. So to choose your path, you launch it down whichever hole it lands in. If you land in the middle in a fire pit like I did, you take 2 damage. So we're gonna go to the left here. Oh my god, it's so slow. You stumble upon a mysterious altar. You feel yourself being pulled towards it, and as you near it, you realize you're holding out potential offerings, one an orb in each hand. Offer the Pebble, offer the Dag Orb. We'll offer the Pebble. You go to place the Pebble on the altar, but it sinks right into the solid slab of stone. As your offering disappears, you feel your other hand grow warm, and realize your Dag Orb is now level 2. Find a forge hot and ready to smelt, yet oddly unattended. You think that you could use it, but your little Peglin hands aren't made to handle the heat. Use your satchel to scoop up the forge for a special relic, take the smithing hammer for a special relic, or use the forge to upgrade a random orb, but you lose 4 HP. So I would go down to 92. I think the forge... Yeah, that's not the one I wanted. Whenever an upgradable orb is added to your deck, upgrade it, but take 6 damage. Okay, so that's a risk-reward one. Then just slide a satchel over the forge and it disappears into the void. Not sure why you thought this would work, but you're glad you tried it. And then depending on the event, like, or the enemy layout, it'll give you different, like, designs of pegs. So small skull is a normal battle, big skull is a mini-boss. Question marks are random events, which can be battles. Chests are items, and gold is either... Well, gold is just shops, I think, actually. I don't think it's anything else. So this attacks all enemies and only does 2 damage per crit, but it will apply extra spinfection. There we go. So more enemies come off screen. It's in the upcoming section. So, like, this is gonna kill this enemy, but, like, the next enemy is still gonna have full health because it's not even spawned in. That said, I can just put that right there and almost kill it. Ball Lightning. Zaps up to 2 additional pegs every hit. Can target any enemy on crit. Attack all enemies in the targeted column. It only does 1 damage, regardless of which ones you hit. Inferno Orb. Lighter than other orbs. Detonates bombs in 1 hit. Destroys shielded pegs in 1 hit. But deals 2 self-damage when fired. Splat Orb. Applies rubber slime to every 5 pegs hit. So there's a slime mechanic where it's like... There's a bunch of different kinds where it's like... Makes pegs bouncier and durable. It'll make pegs heal you. If you hit the heal slime, it'll poison enemies. It's very customizable, or very adaptable, I guess. Strong attraction to restocks and crits. Weak attraction to pegs and bombs. Effect is full strength for 3 seconds and increases over the next 6. We'll take that. And I took damage there because of that relic I have. So now it's level 2 already, which increased the damage and also increased the effect of how long it stayed active. We don't really need to heal yet. We're good. So anyway, now that I've gone in the woods, you find a clearing with a strange tree directly in the center. There's a nook in the trunk with brambles twisting wildly. Reach into the nook. Shake the tree. Reach into the nook, which has some overgrown with rampant brambles. You suffer minor scratches, and a bramble level 1 is stuck to your hand when you pull it back. Hopefully it will come in handy. This is a mini-boss you could see in the upcoming at the far right. There's an enemy that's a little bigger than the others. And also, these slimes are a little tougher than the other ones. Damage and bombs. Bramble applies 2 tangled on hit, overflow. Deals 2 self-damage when fired. So I think overflow is if you kill one enemy, then the remaining damage gets carried over to whoever's next. Yeah, like that. Yeah, it's the gist of the game. There's, you know, random events and stuff, more fun stuff. I know that, there's 3 areas in the game. I think there's, like, a secret 4th one, but I don't know how to reach it. Either there's a secret 4th one, or there's just a hidden, like, final boss that I haven't been able to reach. And I don't know how to fight it. Probably has to do with beating all the Crucibles, which I've been told once you get to Crucible, like, 5 or 6, they start getting really difficult, and there's 20 of them. Unfortunately, I don't think crits retroactively take effect. They only affect the pegs that you hit from that point on. And if you're wondering what Crucible means, that's a challenge you unlock once you beat the game normally, once. For Crucible level 1, you can see the Pebble does 2 and 3 damage on normal and crit. Normally it's 2 and 4. But the trade-off is that I have an extra Pebble. Also, my PNG tuber froze. Cool. Love when that happens. I definitely want to heal right now. Upgrade an orb. Circe. Multi-ball 1. When this orb leaves the pegboard, gain 1 bulwark. Does more damage normal than crit. That's actually pretty cool. I think I'll take that. And beating a mini-boss also lets you choose another relic. Let's see. Shrewd Scales. Gain 2 Balance whenever you reload. Balance grants all orbs plus X. Okay. Vitamin C. Whenever a crit is triggered, gain 10 Ballusion. Provides a chance to provide an incoming attack. Ballusion is halved after an attack is avoided. Mask of Joy. When applying positive status effects to yourself, increase the amount applied by +1. Take Vitamin C. Also, 1 second here. have to, like, force quit PNG Tuber Plus. Yeah, it might be time for me to consider changing this. Okay, whenever you reload, refresh the board. Whenever you reload, gain 2 Must Circle. Grants all orbs plus X plus 0. So it makes normal attack stronger. I'll take that. Actually, it's pretty good. So, on treasure rooms, if you can manage to destroy all 5 bombs, you get a second treasure. Very hard to do by default. Move after every shot. Gain 3 max health whenever an orb is added to your deck. Froggo Amulet. We'll take that. You find a waterfall just off the path. What secrets might it be hiding? Wow. Check beyond the waterfall. Whenever an enemy is defeated, refresh the board. Refreshive. Nice. Sometimes that could just result in a battle. Reach a clearing in the forest where the sun shines brightly. Take a moment to rest. Plus 15 HP, but also a negative effect of some sort. Continue on your way. And we'll rest. A few moments of solace in the sun beaming on your face leave you feeling quite refreshed, and you continue on your journey with a fresh bounce in your step. Oh, nothing happened. Okay. Guess it's just a chance of something bad happening. So yes, eventually you start getting boards like this where shit's like moving around or like invisible. It's pretty cool. And of course, once you launch it, you have no real control over it, so... Oh, you get 1 bulwark for each peg. That's cool. Bulwark, excuse me. Okay, there we go. That's enough. Match for Orbshka. Multi-ball 1. Multi-balls become smaller each split. It's big. Refresh circle. Refreshes the board every 6 pegs hit, up to 10 times. When drawn, create 1 temporary refresh peg. Darkness Eterball. Applies 11 darkness on hit. Enemies with darkness have a chance of missing when attacking. Overflow causes damage to carry over to the next enemy. Spinfectious Sting. Applies 1 Spinfection on hit. A crit applied 2 additional 2. Each turn, enemies with Spinfection X lose time. Yeah, it's the same as the other one we have. There is... Unlocking one of the characters requires you to put 10... I think it's like 20 Spinfection on an enemy at once. I don't know how to do that. That requires, like... Probably a lot of luck. Alright, I forgot. Okay. And then we move on to the boss of the area, which in this case is the giant slime. So these red pegs, they kind of just kill your momentum. Like you can see the line for shooting it, just the trajectory just goes straight down. But they still count as pegs. Unlike some other roguelikes, areas are not randomized. You're always starting in the forest, you always go to the castle second, and then you go to the caves last. But there's 3 bosses that appear in each area, and they can be random. It's also possible to fight a previous boss that you didn't fight. in the last area with a certain event. That's all there is to this. Yeah, it's funny for how such a long time I was not really into roguelikes, and now like every other month I'm finding a new one. So this boss, once it gets up to you, it absorbs you and it does more damage. Looks really funny. So yeah, it's a little more involved than Nubby's Number Factory, which more or less relies on just the synergy of the items you collect, which, I mean, also helps in this. It's also a big part of this game, too, but you know, this game's a lot less like you make one mistake and you're fucked, and more of a, you know, make the best of whatever situation you can get. I will say I'm not doing super well here. That said, when you beat a boss under normal circumstances, you refill all your health. There we go. Splat Orb. Level 1. I don't know why that says, why there's a Crucible picture there. Extra Ordinary. Weak crit damage that cannot be modified. Effects that apply plus X plus... Oh, so it's the opposite of that other one. It's meant to be like a powerhouse normal orb. Take both. Exacerbate. Increases hit enemies debuffs by 1, can target any enemy. I think we're good. Leave the rest for later. The board will contain 10 additional restocks, but only refresh each 8% of them. Minimum of 5. Oh. Molten Mantle. Your current shot's total damage is dealt to the targeted enemy every 3 coins collected, but you can no longer obtain coins from pegboards. Oh. Neither of these are that good. Every shot gains +1 multi-ball, but created multi-balls are smaller than their source orb. Gain 3 balls at the start of battle whenever you reload, but you have -1 this orb discards. We'll take Matryoshka Shell. It's just more fun. Forest complete. So move on to the castle. Yay. So here's where I'm going to turn the speed up. Pressing minus enables speed up. I think the options for it, yeah. 1.5, 2 times, 3 times. I'm just going to keep it on 3 times. I know it's going to get really quick as a result. But, it'll also make the rest of this run go way quicker. Speedrun it. Well, it's not really even a speedrun. It's just the game's running faster. Oh, so with these with these rectangle pegs, your ball will just slide down them if it, like, lands on it properly. Alright, multi-ball, I forgot about that. So you can see it's a lot faster once you have to speed up on. But again, it doesn't make any difference. The physics will work the same way they're supposed to. Your choices will not result in any differences if you didn't have speed up on. It's literally just playing everything out in fast motion. So orb discards. I didn't mention that before. So you'll notice under my health I have that little trash can with a 0/1. What you can do is if you press B, you essentially trash whatever orb you had and move on to the next one. There's ways of increasing it and decreasing the number, like I just read for that one relic. But yeah. And I think once you use an orb, you get your discard back. Best Orb Fence. Deal 3+ damage for every 1 bulwark you have. Attack that pierces all enemies. Only hits enemies on the ground. Orb Bust. Gain 1 must circle after attacking. Gain 4 bulwark after attacking. Okay, I just spent most of my money there. So I think those weather vanes, you can see they have a lock on them. They auto take your attacks. That said, if an enemy on the ground moves past them, and you're using an attack that hits only enemies on the ground, then it's gonna hit that enemy first. Something healed right there, and I think it was freaking distractions. Ball add. Gain 2 spiness after attacking. Crit a ball. Every attack is a crit. Convert every 8 pegs hit to a temporary crit. Doesn't activate crits when hit. Does no damage normally. It don't matter. None of this matters. Can upgrade an orb. Deals 7 damage for every bulwark we have. It does 4/8. That's pretty good. What's the one that has, like, bullshit hot... Yeah, this one. Oh, yeah, those enemies don't have to be defeated to move on. Let's see if I can get that crit right there. Yep. Cool. The problem here is that these guys are on the ceiling, so it's gonna roll forward, I think. Oh no, it actually does hit the enemy in front. Okay. I guess they want to prevent a you can't do any damage scenario. Suscept Ball. Every two crits triggered applies one exploitable. Causes enemies to take X number of times 10% extra damage from critical hits. Doesn't do that much damage though. All or nothing. Best Foot Forward. First hit is an upgraded by plus 10 damage. Can target any enemy. Let's take it. Don't want to get too many. You don't want like too much in your inventory because then you can't really plan around it. We said it didn't matter, so like Deltarune, your choices don't matter apparently. No, I just meant your choice to use the speed up doesn't matter. It won't change the physics of the game. It'll just make the game go faster. Like, it might be able to help with timing here to hit this bomb. But also, just get used to the timing. Look at that. That means enemies healed. Not usually, it just means enemies healed. Reorbanizer. Shuffle the special pegs every 6 pegs hit, up to 10 times. When discarded, shuffle them as well. Swoltorb upgrades each peg hit by +2. Cool. It's actually pretty good because that persists through reloads. Decoy Orb. Look, it's a Haro from Gundam. Enemies don't get their extra turns on your first reload. Improved Catalyst. Bombs and red bombs deal +10 damage. So red bombs haven't come up yet. They deal 200 damage to all enemies when destroyed, but it also deals 3 damage to you, which is well worth the payoff. There's a relic to change all bombs into red bombs, and it's so useful. Those big pegs, I don't know if they can actually be destroyed, or if they just count as a peg every time you hit it. Nice. That was really good. Well, that was stupid of me. No, ow. Oh wait, I dodged it. I dodged the fire damage somehow. So yeah, this is fun. I figured this would be a good game to stream like once. I discard that. First peg hit is upgraded by +20. Well, we could definitely aim for over there. Ow. Yeah, I figured this would be fun for a one-off, and I figured, like, I might have enough time to do this when I finish the other games. I don't think I'm going to win this run, honestly. I've only run, like, 2 or 3 runs since I've started playing this. Well, yeah, I had to have won 3 runs, because I won one. I unlocked Crucible with both characters, and I got to Crucible level 2 with one of them. I need to find a better way to heal here. Oh, regular Pebble, huh? Nah. Every 11 coins collected triggers a crit. Attacks applied 3 transferency to enemies. Number of percentage of projectile damage pierces through enemies with transferency X. Okay. That sounds pretty good. I'm gonna... Nope. Again, if you hit all 5 bombs, it just loads another chest into the same room. Board will contain 1 additional crit. Walls and bottom bouncers are extra bouncy. Hell yeah. Let's choose Chaos. Okay, so this just lets you get a either an orb or a relic. Gain 3 bulwark hit. Gains +1/+2 for every 23 gold held. Spintress payment. Rub orb. Extra bouncy. These pegs are unbreakable. Yeah, they just bounce. Oh, that's not the one I wanted, but whatever. It is a level 2 right off the bat, but also now I took damage and upgraded to level 3. Walking down a hall when a pack of brick slime boxes start to smash down around you. They seem to be pretty careless, and you'd think that you could trick them into smashing themselves to bits. Or you could try to fight them at a distance. Trick the bricks and get +3 pebbles, or fight them. We're gonna move on. You're able to lure the bricks into a tight spot where they smash themselves against each other. However, while protecting yourself from the shrapnel, you end up catching Pebble level 1, Pebble level 1, level 2, and a Pebble level 3. Shop. Potion Bolt. Multi-ball +1. Create a multi-balls or random slime applying orbs in this orb's level. Can only be used once per battle. Deals no damage. Crystal Ballos. Trigger a crit every 6 hits. Salt Shaker. When gaining max health, increase the amount gained by 1. Big Fish. Orbs that are larger than standard orb size deal damage equal to the number of owned large orbs. Huh. Sprouting Spinvestment. Increase your held money by 20% whenever entering a question mark node. Okay. That's actually pretty good. Boss time. This is the wall. Hey Razu, how you doing? Good, just got back from work. Oof. Yeah. Can I guarantee a crit hit in here? Probably not. In fact, I probably should just no, never mind. It's worth it. Really need to hit that refresh over there. Damn it. There we go. I don't think I'm gonna beat this. Juneteenth is starting to become 4th of July light. You know what? I'd rather celebrate Juneteenth than 4th of July, if we're being completely honest. Buddy, you're way too close. What? Really? That just instant kills you? Wow. Okay. Well, I'm done. You've unlocked these in custom mode. Fucking nothing. Peglin, defeat. 4:28 a.m. Yeah, it was a good show-off. I mean, I would have liked to at least gotten to the last area, but I'm not going to, push it. Yeah, see, I've won a normal run, and then also, a spin, a crucible level 1 run. Yeah. This says win 7, but that's also because I was using custom items and like, cheating. It's achievements. For beating each of the bosses. I still have not beaten that one. Yeah, Observer of Radia. I don't know what that is. But apparently it's a boss that was not in the game initially. Because it's down here at the end. Yeah, you eventually fight oh, you don't actually get to see it. That's weird. Huh. That noise you're hearing is the title screen. And that's Peglin. I mean, it's fun. Obviously, that wasn't the best run to show the game off, but I think, you know, if that's your thing, I think you'll get enjoyment out of it. It kind of feels random whether or not you're going to have a good run, but that's just most roguelikes in general. I've kind of stopped playing it already, to be honest. I wanted to stream it back when I was more into it, but, you know, it's still fun, and I might still try to go to unlock the other 2 characters at least, and then win a run with them. I don't really care about doing everything in the game. But yeah, I am going to actually end this here. Just 1 second. It's neato, yeah. So I'm going to end this here. It's 4:30, I gotta go. I will not be here tomorrow / tonight. Sunday, I'll be doing UFO 50, Velgris, and then Monday will be Mighty Gunvolt, which I should be able to finish in 1 stream. And then day off, and then it's Deltarune and Star Fox, baby. Deltarune tomorrow, as in next week. Anyway. If you want to watch more streams, check out twitch.tv/team/littlespace. Let's see who is streaming. Oh man, I know I know I rated them twice in a row already, but Calzones is playing Mystery Dungeon. I have to. No one's really active on Little Space right now, anyway. All right, take care. Have a good Saturday and a good Sunday. I will see you soon with UFO 50, Mighty Gunvolt, Deltarune, Star Fox. And maybe, I don't know, what's another game that I could say for joke, for like shock effect? Plumbers don't wear ties. Night Trap. I don't know. Good night.